Father Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
How are you?
I'm very well, my darling. How are you, sir?
It is a warm welcome from Father Christmas in this grotto in Epping, Essex.
Well, you've been nice enough. You've also been quite naughty.
Well, warmish. And it's having its effect on Christmas too. This company may not exist by next month.
Obviously, we're not the only people suffering from cost of living. Of course, every single person watching here is. So unfortunately, we've not been having the amount of visitors to the premises or the amount of donations that we actually need to survive. So yeah, it's very touch and go.
You may have noticed that Mrs. Claus had a skunk in her lap. That's because this grotto is almost the opposite of the North Pole. It's part of an interactive rescue centre called Get to Know Animals. And because of the cost of living, they're getting fewer customers.
We find that even with getting... Come here, Harry. We're getting bookings in. Like the cost for schools to come and visit.
Yeah.
The cost of the trip is probably half the price of hiring a coach.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
because
the
petrol
coach
costs
has
have gone
been a
up.
lot more, isn't it?
And is that the thinking behind the grotto upstairs, as actually, you know, an extra source of revenue because
Yes,
of inflation?
absolutely, yeah.
For consumers too, inflation has made Christmas a lot more expensive. We've put together a Christmas lunch from items in the Sky News inflation tracker. Turkey, potatoes, carrots, pork sausages, chocolates, and, why not, a bottle of champagne. 5 years ago, that would have cost £37.10. According to the latest inflation figures, the price today is £45.77, a 23% increase. And even that overall rise masks some bigger individual increases. The price of turkey has gone up 25% over the last 5 years, and pork sausages 36%.
Turkey is obviously the big ticket item. They've got a lot more expensive. So we've come to a farm here which specialises in turkeys and in pigs to understand exactly what has been happening.
And the advice may be to never discuss politics at the dinner table. But it is geopolitics that is making what's on your dinner plate more expensive, as farmer Jonathan Smith explains.
In the last 2 years, the cost of producing a 5.5 kilo turkey, a £12 in old money turkey, has gone up by about 21%. The main influencing factors of that are the cost of the feed due to the war in the Ukraine, the energy costs associated with oil and energy, and the lack of available labour. So for us, we've reduced our production of turkeys now by probably 40% in the last 5-6 years.
Jonathan's farm in Barnston, also in Essex, isn't reliant just on turkeys. It produces pork too. That means, at this time of year, pigs in blankets. Even for a journalist, they're pretty straightforward.
Blanket, and they'll literally just roll it.
Yeah.
So you can start that way and then just roll it across.
Beautiful.
And then you have one like that.
There we go.
Inflation and the cost of living are not. They're putting the pressure on many businesses, which in turn puts pressure on all of us. And unlike the holiday season, they're here to stay for a while longer. Tom Cheshire, Sky News in Essex.